contracts in gold and silver, platinum, palladium, and other things. And they're buying derivatives such as futures and other kinds of derivatives rather than the actual metal itself or the actual commodity itself. So getting back, so we had a run in palladium and platinum that was very, very unusual. Platinum would move up with gold when gold moved up and vice versa. It's always been that way, even though supply of platinum exceeds the usage of platinum, which is, I don't know what the percentage is, but I'll guess at 95% used industrially and mostly in catalytic converters, and you know what's happened to the truck and automobile industries. With that said, you've got a great gain basically on a one-time event. I would be a profit taker, and I would move the money into gold and silver. And you got to remember in gold and silver, it's never too expensive. And the reason I say that, it's going considerably higher. So it doesn't matter where you buy it, as long as you buy it.
Okay, so
sure, it's better to buy it at 1,000 than it is at 1,500, but you don't know where it's going in the short term.
But you're saying palladium is not going to go. But palladium is not going to be continuing to go up, you're saying?
No, because the industrial demand is not there. Mm-hmm. Platinum is considered a semi-precious metal, and so that it will tag along with gold, but palladium won't tag along as strongly. They've had a great move. Take the profit and move it over to an area it hasn't moved as much.
Are you saying then not to wait till 500, but sell it now?
Sell it now and switch over. Don't forget, gold and silver are going to be going up as well, and they're both strong as well. Not as strong as platinum and palladium have been, but there's a reason for that.
Okay, let me move on.
It's a one-time reason, and incidentally, maybe even China is buying more platinum and palladium than they have at any other time. We don't know that because it won't tell us.
Okay, let me move on. Let me go back to Lauren in PA. Lauren, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Lauren. Morning.
Bob, I have 691-ounce bullion, silver bullion in an IRA, and I'm wondering if I should take physical possession of it now and pay the taxes while they would be low or not.
Well, that's a thought. Are you under 59 and a half?
Under 59? Me? Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, you sounded very young, so I thought I'd ask.
Thank you.
There's a 10% penalty as well, and so that's a consideration. And you're probably in a 20% tax bracket.
33.
So if you well, I was close.
Yep.
And then you put the penalty in there, so you're at 33. So at 1/3 you got to give back, but you got to pay taxes sooner or later anyway. And the taxes probably will be higher. And there's another factor here. Last week they had comments and hearings about taking money in retirement plans. This is U.S. government, mind you. This is just talking about it now. This is a talking stage. That they would want to take retirement, such as pensions, 401ks, Roths, and IRAs, and give people what they call government annuities that would be invested in U.S. Treasuries and agency securities. Agencies, Fannie, Freddie, Ginnie, and FHA. And so with that said, you have another thing on the horizon here. We don't know whether they'll do anything. We don't know whether they'll have a voluntary plan. We don't know whether it'll be a mandatory plan. But I can guarantee you one thing. If they start a plan and it's temporary or voluntary, we'll call it, then I would get out, because everything that's voluntary in political parlance is eventually mandatory and permanent.
So are you saying yes or no? She said sell it, yes or no?
I think if I was in your position, I don't have an IRA. If I was in your position, I would sell it and pay the taxes. If the taxes are onerous for you, sell half now and half next January. Gives you 15 months to pay your taxes in each instance.
Okay. All right. Let me move on. Thank you very much for the phone call, Lauren. Let's go to Jane in Kentucky. Jane, you're on the air. Go ahead, please, with Bob Chapman.
Hi, Bob. I want some personal advice. I have maybe about $50,000 worth of gold and silver right now, and I am about $90,000 in debt for two homes, one that I bought as an investment and can't sell, and the other one that I live in, which is pretty much fully secured. My income is very, very close to my expenses, including the carrying costs on the home, both the two homes. And I have.
Okay, what are you asking Bob?
How much gold and silver should I sell, and how should I reduce my debts?
Okay. Well, first of all, are both houses underwater?
What do you mean?
Do you owe more money on those two homes than they are worth?
No.
How much equity is in each one?
I don't know. A couple of years ago, one would have been worth, say $65,000. Another would have been worth $100 in today's condition. What they're worth now, I can't tell you.
Well, they're probably worth at least 20% less.
Or 30%. But no, I didn't get the chance to ask you my whole question.
All right, go ahead.
Due to my income, I may be eligible for low-income medical assistance because my insurance doesn't cover the kinds of treatments that I'm going to be needing, and that it's hard for me to, in good conscience, declare that I have an asset, that I have to people who want to know what my assets are, and I'm thinking that I could, in good conscience, sell what I have, use it to pay my debts, and then be able to manage my finances better.
Well, if you do that and house prices go 20% lower, which I think they will, and you don't have the income you have now, you'll be destitute.
Well,
okay.
do I sell my...
I personally, I would not pay off the debt. I would keep the coins, apply for whatever medical assistance that you have, and try to continue to pay the payments as long as you can.
But they won't
and when you can't pay them anymore, or the houses are worth less than what you owe on them, then you give them back to the bank.
Okay, thank you very much for the phone call. I'm not sure that I know the answer, but we got to go to the break, though. I do know that much. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Stay tuned to the Power Hour.